How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Darnowski. With me is Super Gibby, and today we got something special. We got the Bunny the Bear on the show. Friends,
Hey,
welcome.
Hello.
what's up?
How you guys doing?
Good.
We're good. Glad to be here.
Heck yeah. So the first thing, just hop right into it. I just saw, you released your latest single, 666 Sick, on January 17th. Yeah, how's the response been for the new song?
It's been good. I haven't seen much negativity at all. I feel like it's been pretty overwhelmingly positive, so I'm happy with it. It's been like that for all the recent singles. I mean, we did kind of a soft rebrand a couple months ago, and ever
Yeah.
since then it's just been uphill.
I really enjoyed your cover of Colors of the Wind. Like that I was just like, is that the
What do you-
Pocahontas song? And then I checked, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
I'm happy. I mean, that was fun for us. We originally did it forever ago now as like we were supposed to be part of like a Disney comp for I don't know if you know Ghost Killer Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked us to do it. He always usually asks us to do like covers for his comps way ahead of time, like 8 months ahead of time, this and that. So we're just like we have them done and waiting. And for some reason I think it fell through or something. I'm like, or he said it wasn't gonna release for another like, 8 months. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna release it. I thought it was
Yeah.
too good. It was too good, and we had fun with it, and we were just sitting on it. So
And to be fair, it probably got pushed back or halted due to Disney releasing their own actual like pop punk album.
no, I didn't even realize
They
they
did
did.
that?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's
That It's makes sense.
really
Real
good.
good. They
Yeah.
had basically bands like Yellow Card, no, not Yellow Card, Simple Plan,
Newfound
Magnolia
Glory.
Park, Newfound Glory, and they just did like covers of like Eye to Eye from the Goofy movie, A Whole New World,
I'll have to look it
You
up
Have a
now.
Friend in Me. It's
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Did they do that one though? Colors of the Wind?
No, I
no,
don't think I
Okay.
don't
I
think
don't think
so.
so.
I was
I'm
gonna
pretty sure they didn't.
Yeah, but it's a
That's
good
cool.
one. So I mean
It's fun.
that would make sense why, it maybe got pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, that could happen. Why? So I mean, we still plan on being a part of it. We just need to find another song to do, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But
glad you did that one because that's one of my favorites. It's
yeah,
such a good song.
Yeah, that one was fun.
So you guys have a run of shows coming up at the end of January, which is basically like a week or two away now.
yeah, like a week and a half. We're out
It's
again.
kind of crazy how fast
It's
like this month has already gone by.
year, 2 years, it's all going fast.
It really feels like that. I feel like the last like 3 years just zipped by. I feel
Just
like life just zipped by.
yeah,
I mean, the fact that we've been a band for 17 years or whatever the hell it's been is crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, we have some dates at the end of the month. So we were hitting like the Orlando, Florida area. We're in Jacksonville, Florida, and we're in somewhere in North Carolina I've never heard of.
hmm
I think it's near Charlotte. And then we're in Virginia Beach. So it should be fun. Just a nice little 4 day in and out. Go out, rock out, come home.
Oh, those are always fun. Do you guys have any touring plans coming up for 2025 that you can share or anything?
I mean, we have Japan in the end of February. That's the only thing that's really been announced so
Ooh.
far. But we are going to Japan in the end of February, and that's our first time over there. So that's gonna be a blast. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really exciting.
First time in Japan, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've
Have
done
you ever been there like of just vacationing or anything or?
yeah, I don't
Mm-mm.
know. Neither of us.
All right, well, I haven't, but it looks friggin' awesome.
It looks beautiful, man. I'm excited. I mean, because like we've done UK, Europe, all that, but I mean, and that's different enough if you go to the right cities. But there's still like it doesn't feel like a different world. I feel like Japan will to an
Oh
extent.
yeah.
So really excited.
Edinburgh was a little otherworldly.
Edinburgh is. That's why like specific cities in like the UK and stuff that have that really old time feel, or you feel like you kind of like teleport. But I feel like the people and stuff and
Mhm.
their culture and stuff isn't that far off. So it's not like,
Yeah.
like a mind fuck where I feel like Japan's gonna be like, wow.
You're
I'm
gonna have to
excited for it though.
You have to go to one of those restaurants that like has like a robot feed you and serve you and stuff.
Yeah, that's fun. We definitely have to. That sounds great. I love that stuff. They already have like the wheels with the sushi and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would love that for me. She doesn't eat meat, but I know you would just you'd come along just to
Well, I've
watch
seen
me
them do like the
devour.
ramen bowl thing on
Ooh.
it
Oh
that
yeah.
like
Mm.
They'll
vegetable.
have tons of stuff.
Hmm. Yeah.
Tons of stuff. So speaking of like releasing stuff, so like you guys released an impressive like 8 songs averaging almost one a month for all of 2024 and 2 already so far for 2025. So from an artist who has been around since before the huge social media boom, like, do you feel like releasing music similarly in consistency is important for like new up and coming bands compared to just releasing EPs and albums?
I don't feel like releasing EPs and albums is even worth doing anymore. I mean, maybe for like larger artists, bigger than us, I could see, but I think singles is the way to go now. I mean, we did. I mean, we used to be back in the day. We got a lot of credit, like in our like Victory Records day, because we were always putting out at least one album a year for like there's like a
Hmm.
7 year period, and people used to always praise us for that, being like, "Wow." I mean, like a lot of bands take 2 to 4 years between albums and this and that. So we had that going, and then there was a couple years where I was just, it was nowhere near as consistent. I just wasn't dropping stuff as consistently. Obviously that's changed as of late, and I just think that's kind of the direction stuff's going is singles, man. After all the singles are out, they combine them into an EP, and that's your EP. But dropping an EP at once, I don't feel like it's really utilizing all your ammunition. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%
Mhm.
agreed. Yeah, because I mean, nowadays where it's all about that instant gratification, content, 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 if you release just an album, that's one piece of content.
Mhm.
So, but if you have 6 songs on that, well, that's technically 7 pieces of content
That's six
because,
months. Yeah.
yeah, you've
Yeah.
got all of the songs plus if you compile it into an EP, that's 6 songs plus the EP for content now.
Hmm.
Exactly, exactly. And we've kind of jumped on, and before, even before, like us, like everyone in the rock scene was doing that. That was always a thing, like for years now, in like rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are artists putting out 100 songs a year. You know what I mean, or more. It's
Hmm.
crazy. Some of those guys, they really just go, 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 and the work ethic was there. And I think we're finally adapting to that. Um, I don't know if a lot of that has to do with like apps like TikTok or what. I'm sure a lot of stuff plays into
People's
it.
attention spans because
Yeah.
of TikTok.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And that just it's definitely the only way I feel like now to stay significant in any way. Or grow.
Yeah. Well, because you got to stay in people's, minds and in their like, you have to stay in front of their eyes,
That's
with scrolling
Mhm.
culture.
No, yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. And it's tougher now too. It's even tougher even for a band like us because I mean it's great like apps like TikTok and stuff because all these new artists are good, are out there now, but everything's so oversaturated. There's a billion of me. There's a billion of you. There's a billion of everything. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't really say necessarily the Bunny Barracks. I always feel like we've been kind of a unique thing, sound wise. Love or hate. But
100%.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
different. Like it's not like a lot of these bands where I'm like, oh, I can find 18 bands that want to sound like this band or that band now. But I mean, for them too, especially, it's got to be tough because there's so many people who have access to getting their music heard now.
Hmm.
That if you don't stay consistently dropping stuff, there's probably 30 bands that sound just like you, dropping 4 videos or 5 videos a week on TikTok and this and that, and they're not gonna care about you.
Yeah.
They want you
It's
to keep feeding them substance.
it's tough out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, you got to be constantly moving and with the fact now that everybody now has access to recording equipment. You
Hmm.
can record like my camera's my phone right now. Like
Yeah, it's crazy.
2008, that was you couldn't do this in
No,
2008.
you need a
Oh,
couple grand to start doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't need that anymore. I mean, we were spending Victory Days, we spent 20K recording albums and mastering them and this and that, and 2 weeks in the studio. And now, I mean, we record everything in my home office. And like, my home studio. I mean, everything. I mean, we probably only have, I mean, 2, 3K in like equipment, and that's just compiling stuff. And you don't need that to start. You have a grand or go to ZZ Sounds and make a payment plan, and you're good. You know,
That's
anyone can do
literally
it.
what I do every time I need
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So anyone can do it. I mean, so with that, I mean, that really gives people more access. And it brings more
Yeah,
entertainment too, because then you get people of all talent tiers just putting stuff out there and having fun with it and believing in themselves. And it's fun. It's fun. It's fun watching all these people get to like show their stuff to the world.
it is. It's an awesome time, anxiety ridden time. Uh but it's like everything all at once,
Hmm.
And it's definitely awesome to be able to see so many creative people be able to be creative and feel like they have the opportunity to try to be creative, because
Hmm.
Mhm.
before all of this was so accessible, you could feel like you had great ideas and that you like maybe could do something cool, but you didn't have the money to do it, or you didn't have the easily accessible ability to try to do it. Uh,
Mhm.
and so, with technology comes, that ability and to be able to try, and that's really exciting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. To kind of touch up a little bit more, like on this social media topic, you guys have kind of been around since like the MySpace era,
Hmm.
and then after that went away, it was like Facebook, and then like SoundCloud kind of popped up a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, and then in between Facebook, there was like that pure volume phase where everyone's
Oh
like
yeah.
posting their music there.
Oh yeah, pure volume, baby.
And now it's basically short form content, TikToks, vertical formats. Just out of your personal preference, what do you think you like? Which era of those do you feel like you strived like the best in?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would have been. I mean, we did come up in like the MySpace era.
Uh-huh.
I don't know because I mean, I feel like it was pretty consistent throughout everything. I feel like we're pretty late to the party with this new era as far as like short form content because we really just started getting into like really posting on TikTok and stuff in the last like couple months.
Mhm.
I'm a slow adapter to that kind of stuff. That's a big
Me
change
too.
for me because like for
It
something like
is.
that, it was like I think more of it was like maybe like the initial cringe factor of it to some aspect because like in order to like I feel like to become a viral internet musician these days you got to do some goofy shit and be willing to act a certain way. It seems like it. You know what I mean? That's how it
Yeah,
feels
Yeah.
from outside perspective, not starting to get into it yet. So I think I was a little hesitant in that aspect to like, but then, seeing it stick around and like, oh, it's just becoming bigger and bigger and this isn't going away.
Hmm.
You have to adapt,
You don't want to do
Right.
I don't want to do TikTok dances, and that's the
your own
thing.
music?
But I feel like give it
Come
6 months and I probably will be. I
on.
probably will. I probably will be.
The the best part about TikTok though is that truly it is an entire world now. There's like worlds inside those TikTok worlds.
There
Like
is, yeah.
you can be whatever you want to be on there. You don't have to do the TikTok trend dances and stuff like that. There's like spaces for everybody.
I think
Like,
it's finding your niche.
yeah,
And that's
it's
where we're at right now is like trying to figure out how do we want to approach our short
yeah.
form contract, content.
The best thing you can do is honestly be uniquely you.
Hmm.
Be yourself because that's how you're gonna get those people. Because if you're just doing the trends, half the time that's a scrollable offense to me. I've
Yeah,
seen this,
mm,
you
yeah,
know.
I agree too.
Oh yeah. So we definitely touched on this though, but since starting the Bunny the Bear in 2008, you even said you've released music honestly almost every single year for the past 17 years. So with that, like, what is your songwriting process like to be able to pump out so much music so consistently?
No, I mean it's a bit different the last couple of years than but like initially, I don't know, man, I was a monster. Um, I'll sit down and write multiple songs a day. It just flew out like water flowing down a stream. It really was just sitting down and just flowing. And it was always just by myself in my own kind of world and energy. As of the last few years, I have a very few select people that I really look up to as musicians in my circle, and I'll kind of bounce ideas back and forth, and we kind of have a little ecosystem of people kind of working on stuff together. Um, and that helps a lot too, because bouncing off of other people, um, it's never a bad thing. You know what I mean?
No,
Especially when it's someone you really trust and you look up to, or you like appreciate their talent and they have a good ear and so that's really what it is now. But I mean, for the majority of this band, it was just me locked away in a room for hours at a time, just throwing shit up. Just go, write. It all came natural. I don't know. I enjoyed being in my element and just letting shit flow. Now it's more of a feed off you feed off of me. Let's have fun the last couple of years and just come up with something awesome that still fits in the world of the Bunny the Bear. Um, but yeah, man, that's really it.
just cooking all the time.
Yeah, I mean, really, really, yeah. I mean, I'm in here every day.
That's awesome.
So
And it's also awesome that, after 17 years, you said you're in there every single day. So you haven't lost your love for it. And that's awesome.
no, I still enjoy it. Like the root of it, I still enjoy. I've always been more of a I enjoy giving it to people and seeing how they feel about it, more so than even like touring or anything like that. I'm not like the live shows, like they're good, they're fun, cool. I think I've actually become more passionate about live shows the last few years than I ever was for it. I mean, the majority of his career was really my main passion in it was just it was the creation process and then
Yeah,
seeing how people reacted more so than what comes with it. Like if you create and you want to make a living off it, you have to do these other things or you won't be successful. Like in order to make money, you need to tour, you need to do this. So it
sure.
wasn't so much the things I needed to do, like, oh, you need to do this. That's not the stuff that I enjoyed as much as I did just creating because I wanted to, because that stuff needed to come out. That stuff I had to share, you know.
That's, yeah.
And I
That's
still feel that way. I still have stories. I still have thoughts. I still have feelings that I feel like need to be conveyed. And that's how I was made to do it. I don't know.
I love that.
So I know you said you've basically been self-producing like your last like handful of releases. Um how do you feel like cuz a lot of our listeners here are either up and coming bands or want to start a band or trying to like get to that next level. How do you think is a good process to get that ball rolling to like be like so efficient at like self-producing, even if it's just like just trying to get some demos out just so you can take it to a studio or you you know what I'm saying?
Kind of. I mean, if you're asking if I have like some kind of inspiring thing for someone to get started, I mean, all you can really do is just create and just stick it out there, right? I mean, what are you asking me in are you asking me for something specifically in detail?
Well,
Aside from that?
cuz like, I'm just trying to find some like not inspiration here, but
We'll get to
yeah,
inspiration.
we'll get to the inspiration part of this. But like kind of like a process to like get yourself in the zone to get like the ball rolling, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's really just been about just locking myself away and just doing what comes natural. I couldn't say it'd be the same for other people. I mean, I know people who songwriting is way more tedious of a process for them. They just overanalyze and really
Hmm.
dig in, and it takes them weeks and weeks to come up with something. For me, it's always been just giving my space and my quiet and let me be alone in my thoughts and just do what I think sounds fun and what I think sounds good, you know? So, I mean, if you're one of those people and it's just all in there, just try locking yourself away and just letting it come. I couldn't speak for it. I feel like it's such a it's such a different thing for everyone.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard thing for me to say, like, oh, do exactly what I do because that's how you're gonna get your creative juices flowing when it might not be at all for them. They might have to do something completely different.
Yeah, somebody might need to like be, like make and drink some tea and to like rake their
Like, what
Zen
makes you
garden.
feel creative? I
Mm.
feel like you'd be a tea person.
Are you a tea and Zen
You're a tea
garden
person. He
person?
loves your tea. Yeah, I feel like you'd be like, oh, get my own just world and just whatever. You just want to do it and you do it. It's like, I don't know. I've never had like a routine that's made me like that I've had to do. I haven't had like some kind of this is what I gotta do to get these juices flowing. It's just been like, oh, I'm feeling it. Let's go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So just come
Just
naturally.
sometimes you even just gotta stop whatever you're doing and just run into the room and start writing things down.
See, and I'm more of that kind of person. Like when I do feel inspired, it hits hard, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
when he's out at the airport or somewhere.
Yeah, I do a lot of notepads and stuff with like
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna
Do a
start.
lot
I'm
of
gonna
writing
take
in my
that
car.
inspiration there. As soon as something hits me, I'm leaving work. I'm gonna be like,
Quit.
something hit me. I gotta go.
I
And
gotta
just
go,
drive
dog.
home. I'll
Mhm.
come back. I swear.
You get your notepad out on your phone, Gibby, okay? Got to make a quick bathroom break, run to the bathroom, write your notes down, get back to work.
Jot it down. Yeah, I mean, I do voice memos and stuff when I'm out and about. Like,
Totally.
a lot of my writing, honestly, like as far as like a lyrical standpoint, I would say 90% of the lyrics I've ever written, it's been in the car when I'm driving, just listening to music that I've produced or written. Um, so as far as like lyrical content, it's always been just on the road, just listening to something on repeat and just doing it like that with the notepad and the voice memos.
Right on. So this next question I got for you is we're jumping way past. We're jumping out of like your creative realm. But I'm just curious. So you once said in an interview that just seeing Beyonce makes you livid. So with that being said, how do you feel about Beyonce winning a country music award for her album Country Carter?
I mean, I'm assuming what I said, was it in a video interview?
No, it was I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't a video
Huh.
interview, it was like a written one.
I don't remember why I said that. It must have been a season of my life where Beyonce's face just made me mad. Like Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller makes me mad when I look at him. Um, I really don't have, man. I don't. I was probably just having a day. I was having a day. The reason Beyonce was my target that day. Fuck Beyonce. Um, but I don't really care. I think my thing with the whole Beyonce thing is I don't really consider that country.
Oh, I mean I agree.
Yeah, I
Uh
mean, I think that's the only thing with it. Like, I'm not even saying it's bad or anything like that. I've only heard a couple songs and only little bits and pieces.
yeah.
But I remember thinking, I'm like, for a country award, it's strange just because I know there's some good country artists out there, maybe
I
some
feel
really
like
good. Yeah. So I wonder,
so
I
much
have
of
the
country
exact
isn't
quote and
country anymore.
question.
okay, you do?
I the question was, name someone you like to punch in his or her stupid face and why. Your
That's a
answer
good
was
question.
Beyonce. And no clue. Seeing her makes me livid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, been a season. I didn't know if it was like a video interview. I was like, was I drunk or something? Whenever I drink, I just hate Beyonce. First thing I do.
I just get so mad about Beyonce.
Fucking Beyonce. No, I don't know. I really don't have much again. I mean, I don't necessarily look at her and be like, oh, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Queen.
To be fair, I saw it and I just thought it was so funny. And so I was like, I need to
I'm
pull
glad.
this.
I'm,
I need to
I'm
bring
assuming
this
that's
up.
why I responded that way was just being
Just
a
a goof.
jackass because I tend to do that sometimes.
Yeah. No, but it for me, besides it being funny, I was also excited for, a moment to be able to maybe bash the Country Carter a little bit
Yeah,
because
I
it's
don't
shit.
think
It's
I don't
shit.
know. It's just
No,
like
I'm just kidding.
I just wonder how much of it's weird. I don't know if it's just because it wasn't country, and it was more of who she is and how massive she is, and just like the
Yeah.
fan base being like, oh, she's doing something different. 'Cause you know how it is when those artists do something, they just
Yeah. I mean,
nibble a little at something and kind of just whatever. I just feel like there's a lot of really good country music out there. So I was a
I
little
agree.
perplexed when I did see that she won that off of the material, because a little bit I heard, I'm like, this really isn't country aside from her taking promo photos in in a cowboy hat. You know what I mean? Like there's
Hmm.
like
That's what I
little
thought
elements
too.
with some like,
They
Agreed.
had
Yeah.
like an acoustic guitar on it, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Oh yeah."
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I think too. I feel like country like listeners probably would have been livid, like actual country listeners.
I don't yeah, it's like the country pop um music just seems to be so fucking everywhere
Well, that's where the
that like
money is. She just said to
Yeah,
me,
I
she
like pop
said,
country.
she
I
literally
can't
Post
stand it.
Malone was on there. I was like, what is happening?
And I literally told her, I was like, that's where the money is, man. I told her, I said, there's a lot of money in country music,
That was my
contemporary
assumption.
Christian rock. Like
Yeah.
there's like those few places where like that music, that money's at.
Gibby keeps trying to send me like these country rock bands and stuff, and I'm like, God, this is bad. I
Man, the
can't
guitar,
Hey,
stand it.
hey, you liked one of those bands.
there
No.
is some
I'll
I
pull
stuff
that
I do
reaction up
like.
right now.
I did for the video because I'm a posy guy.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some country music I hear. I'm like, that shit's good. I mean, as long as it's not like that stereotypical like drunk party country about like
The
tractors or like
tractor.
this or that, like they have those the cliche like whatever party song country music. I'm not really a fan of, but some of the more deep rooted emotional like country music. I tend to think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't ever
Yeah.
turn it on in the car, but I mean, I appreciate stuff like Darius Rucker and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they're talented.
There's some like newer artists that like I can get down with. Mostly I really enjoy my like twangy 90s country, like
Okay,
way
like
down
some shit.
yonder in the Chattahoochee.
Yeah,
Woo!
okay, yeah, okay,
Some
okay.
Garth Brooks. I'm
Garth Brooks
in,
used to be, he was the man, man. Garth
dude.
Brooks, even Shania Twain had them
Oh,
bangers.
banger after
Shania Twain's
banger.
great.
Yeah, or before
Right.
that, before that, Kanye Twitty, Johnny
Mhm.
Cash. I can fuck with all
We
that.
can't go. Everyone, you gotta at least appreciate Johnny Cash.
Yeah, it's it's got its stuff. There's some good stuff.
Sure. There's gems in there. That's like
Country
a real good
Carter though,
genre.
not country.
There's
Get out.
always diamonds beneath all the shit.
It's
So
true. It's true.
So
Uh,
with basically the pop punk nostalgia is in full swing, and you guys have been performed at Warped Tour yourself. What are your thoughts about it? Like this nostalgia wave of pop punk coming back.
I don't know.
Good for us, I would think.
Well, I mean, you're talking more pop punk now. Like you're talking about like that's why Machine Gun Kelly's playing that kind of pop punk like
oh, he's
nostalgia.
country now though.
Yeah. I know he's country now too. I know that breakup, man. He's friggin' every time he goes, he just switches genres anytime his heart breaks. First
Uh,
Eminem, and now his heartbreak from his breakup. Now he's a
yeah,
country singer. Um, I don't know. No, I mean the pop punk thing. I've never been a pop punk listener. If we're talking about actual pop punk, and bands like Blink and stuff like that,
sure.
I've just never really, I mean, I've always appreciated it for what it is, but it's never been my go-to genre wise. But I do see like this whole big wave coming. It's massive. It's
Yeah,
massive. It's massive. And a lot of I've seen the crossover. I think significantly, it's more so in like the SoundCloud rappers. A lot of those guys, they went over to the pop punk.
right.
And I don't know if that was like following the Machine Gun Kelly thing, but I feel like they're a lot doing it even
Oh,
before
I
him.
I feel
wouldn't.
like that was way before the
Yeah,
MGK
it was
thing.
happening before that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I
And
mean,
then he kind of,
cool.
I think he saw that was getting popular, that he just went straight up pop punk, and then just
Yeah.
the wave just came crashing after that.
I mean, he's doing it well. You can't
Yeah.
really.
Hey, it was a top charting Billboard album.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Country Carter.
It's just like okay, just like Country Carter with her chaps. Yeah, riding a steed into.
What do you think about like Warp Tour coming back though?
I think that's great.
Like I'm a little disappointed. I know it's probably not realistic, but
Your
it's
timeout. Wait, are you one of the people who are gonna say you're disappointed that's not a full tour?
yeah,
I knew
like
it. You're one
I
of those
get it. Well, because
guys.
it's the 3 dates, and like I miss Warped Tour as Warped Tour, not
The whole
Warped
tour.
shows,
I get that. I think that has a lot to this do with the like probably everything from the economy and just to like festivals in general are a complete different thing than they used to be, man. People are
right?
paying $500 a ticket for festivals now. It's not those
Yeah.
days of those $50 go to Warped Tour and see freaking 30 bands. Like it's not. I don't think it makes sense with the way things are these days. It'd be nice if they could do that.
Right.
Um, I my
I mean,
hope
I
would be
get it.
yeah.
I'm just sad that everybody's been anticipating, everybody's been waiting, they've been teasing. Warped Tour is coming
Yeah.
back, and then
To
they're
be fair,
like,
I'm
"Hey,
pretty
we're
sure it just
back
says
with three
warped.
shows." Huh?
I'm pretty sure all the
Mm.
promo flyers have said warped.
Does
I'm
it?
gonna I'm gonna
Well,
There's
check.
three
why don't you
locations.
check? Why don't
Is
you check?
Vegas one of them?
Guy.
Um,
Um,
I think it's Florida, Washington, and California.
yeah,
I know we just submitted, but I mean, what I'm thinking as far as that's concerned is I'm assuming Kevin, he's a smart businessman. I'm
super.
assuming they're testing the waters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because there's been festivals killing it now, and there's also festivals like Sick New World who just pulled out. You know what I mean? Because the Sick New World just canceled because they're not getting the sales and they needed. So I'm assuming they're testing the waters, and I think if
sure.
these go great, I think it's gonna be a lot more shows next year. I think they're gonna try to get back to a more whole US thing. I would
It'd be
hope.
cool.
I would
It'd be
hope. I
cool.
mean, if the money's there, why wouldn't they? I think
Absolutely.
they're gonna see what happens. I think this is kind of a test run. So I can appreciate that because at least we're getting something.
Sure.
Now it's up to us kind of
At least the
see
coasts
where
are
it
getting
goes.
something.
Yeah.
At-
So the very first post says Vans Warped is back,
No.
okay.
So they
but
spent-
then like a few posts later to promote it says Warped Tour 30 years.
Sure.
I got you.
Well,
But
I mean, you can't like calling it anything but Warp Tour. I mean, it that is what it is. That's what it's known for. It's the Vans Warped Tour, and
I kind of call it the
so
Vans weekend run.
they're calling it Vans Warped Washington DC, Vans Warped Long Beach. So I assume it'll just be Vans Warped Orlando. Yeah,
sure.
Orlando. So it's just
Florida one though, out of all the places.
Warped
Mhm.
name sound, name of city.
Yeah. It's I mean, and regardless, like you wouldn't be able to do it exactly the way you did it before. I mean, I remember doing multiple warp tours and like, you'd be in Iowa. No one fucking went to the Iowa one. Like it was so small and it's like those days of doing it like almost every state is for sure gonna be gone. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's unfortunate, but
I mean, even like 10 dates would be nice.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
more people could access so you could spread it out a lot more. I mean, we did Warped Tour in 2015.
Hmm.
Insane. That's a lot of shows.
It's a lot.
I've
It's
been
months.
driving. Mhm.
A lot of driving, a lot of shows,
Mhm. A lot of sun.
And
a
a
lot of
lot of hustling too.
sun, a lot of after show cookouts,
Yeah,
is so
always fun.
much. Yeah. They were a lot of fun. Everybody getting to hang out. It was a good time.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more question before we go to our quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting your musical journey, what would that be? So many things, probably.
Behave.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Behave. Yeah, man. And we've definitely have not been a band that steered, away from controversy. I mean, the last few years have been very tame. I've grown a lot as a person, but I would definitely say we were quite the wild bunch when we started out. And you have to realize in this industry, it's all about word of mouth and friends and bridges. It's
Yeah.
all about bridges. You start burning bridges, it goes downhill really quick, and it's quite the uphill battle.
Hmm.
I mean, we're blessed and so fortunate that we're still kicking. We're like a cockroach. We're like cockroaches. The bunny bear's like cockroach of our scene. Can't stop it. They try killing us. But I would definitely say it's that. It's just like how you handle yourself in situations. I think you gotta really think before you react and really be respectful and handle it like a business,
Yeah.
more so than anything, because it really is your growth as a band. I feel like 80% of it is not about what you do. It's really who you know, man. It
Mhm.
really is who you know and the friends you make. And that's how you're going to get that next opportunity. And that's how you're going to get this. And that's how you're going to get that. You start making enemies, you're going to be losing those quick. So I would say that.
Yeah.
Feeling real about it,
No, for sure. I mean, that absolutely like it's get making sure you don't get in your own way,
No, we
like
were pros of that. We were pros shooting ourselves in the foot.
yeah.
Literally, almost probably literally. Someone probably did at some point. But yeah, like that, like literally, I would say that's it, man. You really got to watch it. You got to watch how you carry yourself.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And when I was looking like this, like coincide with like being kind. So like I met you virtually about 15-ish years ago. It was when I was the endorsement manager for Plug Your Holes. I remember like reaching out to you and uh I like even when I was like going through and starting to work on like the interview and stuff, I came across I completely forgot about and you got the picture of you guys in the fucking old school Plug Your Holes
You plug
shirt and
your
I'm just
holes. I think I'm wearing the tank top or something.
yep, the tank
Maybe,
top and
yeah.
I was just like
A little
holy
brave little
shit.
toaster tattoo. Yeah, I can see
So
that picture right now.
so old. Like
Whatever
that.
happened to plug? Is plug your hole still a thing?
Oh, it's kicking and screaming, man. It's
Need my endorsement back now that my ears are stretched again. What the
whew.
heck?
I'll talk to Sam. We'll get something figured out for you.
I love it. Need some plugs over here.
Hell yeah. All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our next segment. Thank you again to Open Your Ears Records for partnering with us to help bring even more new artists to your attention. Open Your Ears Records is an amazing independent record label out of Richmond, Virginia, with a killer lineup of up-and-coming bands and artists. This week, we're stoked to tell you about Wild Truth's new track that they just released. It's a highly requested unplugged version of their song Drift. Wild Truth is an alternative band from Richmond, Virginia, and stay tuned because they got even more kick-ass music coming out this year. What you're hearing right now is a sample of the track, so if it's up your alley, go stream the hell out of it right now. It's streaming on all major streaming platforms. Thank you so much again to Open Your Ears Records for sponsoring today's episode.
And we're back. Thanks so much for sticking around. We're hopping into our next segment, everyone's favorite segment, the food for thought segment, because who doesn't love talking about food? Music? Nah, we don't care about that. This isn't a music podcast. This is a food podcast.
Dude, I wish there was like a way to categorize it like music, food, entertainment, comedy. We'd get so many people.
That's how we pump up the
No one would be
numbers. We
confused
just
about
change
our
it.
show
We'll just for now on, this is a food podcast now.
That's it.
It's about life in the food industry
with musicians.
with musicians. So,
all right, do you want me to take the first one or you want to take because the second one's your question?
You could take the first one.
Okay. Oh wait, nope. We gotta switch it around because you got after that.
I could add something to it. You're good. You good.
Okay.
I just gotta carefully turn on my keyboard.
We talked about this, not only touring around all over the US, but you've also gone outside of the country. Where would you say, in your personal opinion, you've had the best food that you've ever had while on the road?
How about you?
The best pizza is in Corning, and the best McDonald's is in Europe.
Really?
We were. They have way better and way different menu at McDonald's when we were in Wales.
Okay,
specifically Wales.
that's
That
awesome.
was impressive because I was not excited about getting McDonald's across the world. I was like, whatever. But it was so interesting. Whatever. But Corning had the best pizza. What would you say for places? Is that New York?
You like the pizza in Corning, New York.
That's New York.
I'm
Oh,
a
okay.
I'm a Buffalo pizza dude because I'm from Buffalo and Buffalo's
Well,
got the best food in the world.
different kind of pizza too, though. It's a different kind of New York style pizza.
I mean, Corning. Well, the place we had in Corning's only an hour from Buffalo,
Okay.
but we did have like a random. We were playing like a Veterans Hall or something, and we had some random pizza from some random bumfuck Corning, New York friggin' pizza place, and it was really damn good.
I
I
like
wish I could remember what it
Mennonite
was
stuff
called. It
like
was
that.
so good, and that's coming from me, and I'm like a Buffalo pizza dude, so I'm a pizza snob, literally.
Sure.
I feel like I'm a food snob. I feel like people from Buffalo are food snobs in general because I just feel like Buffalo has the best food out of anywhere in the U.S.
I think it's just a really good New York thing, is to be a bit of a pizza snob, just in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, I think so. It seems that way, and I think
Just
food in general too, just because like New York has had a lot of immigrants come in,
yeah,
like
such a
people are coming in,
hodgepodge.
so it's such a melting pot of like you actually have like this is where it comes from. This is how it was supposed to be made before it was all watered down everywhere else or attempted to be made. You have a lot of those old timers still there and still kicking. For me, I mean, I would take your McDonald's thing with a grain of salt, just because she doesn't eat meat. She doesn't eat meat.
So I
Okay.
didn't try anything on the menu that had meat in it.
So yeah, so she was probably excited they had like different sides that the U.S. doesn't have, or different things that aren't
Sure.
burger related.
They have vegetables on the
Yes,
menu.
yes,
Imagine McDonald's with vegetables.
yes.
It was
That's
great.
awesome.
Yeah, so for like anyone who's looking for a burger, I can't really say
We can't speak on that.
yeah. But as far as food, I don't know. That's tough. I mean, I really
Trying to think about all the places we've been.
yeah, and I feel like I still just like when we go to Buffalo.
It's just
I like
it's like
being
I just
home.
want
Feel
to
like
I just want
going
to fucking go home.
It's
I just
like
want to go
being
home.
home. I mean, if I can find a good pierogi anywhere, I'm stoked. I do like
Mm.
pierogies, so there have been a
We do
few
like to do
areas.
that when we're in Ohio. We
Yeah,
go pierogies in Ohio.
yeah, if I'm not
Okay.
in Buffalo, then I do get my good pierogi fix at a few places in Ohio. I really can't answer that.
Well, you did.
Okay.
That was all an answer.
You did.
Okay.
It's just Buffalo.
I feel like it wasn't specific enough. Like I like this restaurant, this place.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. Don't
Just
worry.
take me home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
No.
worry. I'll be
Like,
taking you home in a little bit.
Okay.
oh yeah. We'll get you there.
So before we get there, we're gonna go a little further away. We're gonna go overseas.
We're gonna go across the pond.
To McDonald's. To eat vegetables.
You mentioned you were in the UK. Did you get to try Nando's at all while you were there?
What is that?
Try what?
Nando's?
Not.
Nando's? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
so
don't think any of the times I've been over there I tried Nando's.
What is it?
Nando's it's a chicken place. It just has peri peri chicken.
Peri peri chicken?
Yeah.
Nando's is like a super popular like place.
Now I gotta go. I don't know. No, I haven't had it. Tell me about it.
I wish I could because I haven't had it either. And I just want people to tell me how good it is because it looks so
great.
good.
It was great. I didn't have it, but my tech did. He said it was great.
No.
Anytime we talk to somebody that's been to the UK or like someone from the UK, that's a question he asks. He is very interested in Nando's.
One day.
That's great. You will
One
have
day.
it one day. Yeah.
He's just gonna order it, like, and have them ship it across this. Put in
Just
one of those like
Dry ice. Just
dry
come
Dry
on.
ice, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, I've had some Chicago style, pizza dry iced over here. So
I mean, I keep telling her she's never had deep dish from Chicago, and the last few times we went through, we just don't end up getting it because like the night before, someone ends up giving us pizza on a rider or some shit. So we're like pizza
Never
out.
pizza out, yeah.
But I tell her, I'm like, it's more like lasagna. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole different thing, and I think it's awesome.
Great. Yeah, I don't really consider it pizza. I just consider it great for what
Yeah.
it is.
thought the last time you explained it to me though, weren't you explaining a calzone?
No, you just thought I was.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's just layered. It's like they're like
It's a
But-
layered upside down
I
pizza
think
almost.
when-
Don't eat
It's a
meat,
poor way to
or
explain it.
cheese,
You know-
no cheese, no cheese, no.
Yeah, it would kind of probably just be that for you, unless put some veggies in there because she doesn't eat meat, so you don't any of that, you know.
So
but
it's tough because trying to do that while on tour is gonna be so hard because that's so heavy.
oh yeah,
You'd like
Yeah.
that's gonna kill you pre or post show. You're just gonna want to take a nap. I would recommend they'll ship it to you. They'll ship it right to Florida.
I feel like it'd be good after a set, right when you get back to the hotel after a couple drinks and just pass right out after.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
Or you
pass-
shower first, good night, let's go to bed. Yeah,
You'll
but
pass out for sure.
We had we had someone from Italy on this show, and we were like, we'll figure out how to get you some deep dish. Don't worry. Because he was very interested in it.
yeah, probably being over there, it probably sounds like a crazy concept to them.
All right. So you said that you're a food snob. So we found this hot take on Reddit for Buffalo. We need to know your opinion on this, okay? So this hot take is that Taco Bell is better
The
than
Mighty
Mighty
Taco? No.
Mighty Taco and Lenovo.
I mean, well, Lenova's a pizza place.
Well,
I
the,
mean-
the, the
And
comment,
Lenovo is just okay. Sorry.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, because I thought
he
you were
didn't finish that sentence.
Yeah.
Always
Lenovo is
Taco.
just okay, and Taco Bell is better than Mighty Taco.
No, see, in Buffalo, we got Mighty Taco. Okay, yeah, you use grade D meat, whatever that means. Okay, but it's amazing.
Okay.
Thing. I did make the mistake the one time we were visiting for a show and eating Mighty Taco right before we went to the drive-in movies, and I had to shit myself the whole movie. But the last time we had it, the last two times was delicious, and we have Elmwood Taco and Sub there too, and that's even better than Taco Bell. I get Taco Bell out of here. No.
Are you just over Taco Bell? Like, do I offer you Taco Bell too much?
No, but if I had the choice between those
Okay.
places and Taco Bell, I'd never pick Taco Bell.
Okay.
Like if you live in Buffalo, I'd hell
It's
eat
just such
Taco
a
Bell.
specific flavor, so I feel like if you want Taco Bell, you can only have Taco Bell.
Oh, it's true. And Taco Bell is delicious.
It's good.
Yeah, so if you have
Yeah.
a really long time and you're like, I need that, there's only
Yeah.
one specific thing that's gonna do the trick, and it's gonna be Taco Bell.
Yeah, for sure. But that's like it's like the equivalent of living in Buffalo and ordering Pizza Hut or like
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
like
that all the time.
or like
no,
getting or
that's
like
weird
I
when in Florida, he'll never eat that there.
like being in
Ever.
Buffalo and wanting buffalo wings and then going to fucking B-dubs. You know, that, you're not
Well,
gonna do that.
It's literally like going to Wingstop if you live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Like you have to Buffalo people have to go to your places. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you want beef on black, you go like Anderson's or like this place or that, or if you want wings. Lenova's is I think Lenova's is really see the thing with Lenova's is it's a very specific taste because Lenova's like their whole thing is their pizza. They like, undercook it. Like the dough is kind of like undercooked.
Okay.
And it is delicious, but it's a specific taste. So I definitely think it can't be praised as like, oh, this is the place in Buffalo to get pizza. There's plenty of other places that are better. It just kind of has a reputation for being so. And maybe I can
Sure.
agree with that. That's not like all that, but they do
Sure.
have great wings and stuff. So I think overall they're a really good place.
Fair enough. I've never been to either of them. I do like Taco Bell, but
Taco Bell is good for like there's a mood for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
have to-
wouldn't go to, but if I was visiting a place, I wouldn't, and I had the time and money, I wouldn't just go to, a fast food place.
That's how I was feeling in the UK about the McDonald's. I was like, what is happening right now? Why are we doing this?
I had a lot of fish in the UK.
Yeah, well, you made sure that you
Everywhere.
got that everywhere you went.
Everywhere. That's one of
For
the
few
You
days.
gotta get your
long,
fish
it
and
was like
chips.
fish and chips.
Yeah.
Just
That's
because
what
of being there. He was like, I've got to do fish and chips.
Fish and chips
Did-
and Nando's.
Yeah.
That's your mission next time.
I'll put
Next
Nando's
time,
on there.
okay.
Or like Indian food, that's like super, super popular.
Did
I
you
don't
do
do
that?
Indian food. You'll do curry and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
do Indian food at all.
Okay.
Maybe you took me into a few places specifically just for me.
Yeah, so there's
because
a lot of
that's an
Indians there.
easy thing for me.
What a gentleman.
Yeah. He's very proper.
I mean, I kind of have to with her and with her, like what she eats and what she doesn't
Sure.
eat. I adapted to always making sure we can find something good every tour. Because I'm fine on tour. Like, I don't even need to eat until after a show. Like, I want something when I'm like buzzed after a show or something. But she's very good about keeping her meals on like time. And like, so we're always leaving a venue after sound check to find her a meal.
Yeah, I eat a lot. You get like pre-show jitters too, though, because I know that you run around the stage a lot, and you're worried you're gonna like be sick of
I don't
it
want to be heavy.
from eating.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'll just eat right before the show, right after the show, whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to have a couple beers and I catch a buzz on me, all that food in me, and no,
Yeah,
no. It all kind of fits in. I'm just not, I don't feel a need for it. I'm like
I get
ready to
that.
play, not like, I don't know. My whole normal home schedule kind of just goes away. I have a very specific like tour vibe with my
Yeah.
body. I have been eating a lot more before sets with you though. I feel like since you always want to get some like find something yummy before you play, I've been eating
Yeah,
a
because
lot. But
I can't start drinking or like start the show, start the party without food. I'll be sick.
I get that. I've been doing a lot of soup before a set.
Mhm.
A lot of pho.
Soup might be a good way to go. That
Pho,
sounds
a
like
lot of
light. That
pho.
sounds
Yeah.
light.
That's what I've kind of made the thing, like when she is getting stuff, because she'll always eat like rice or like a noodle dish or something.
Like
So
stir fry.
I make her go to like a pho place with me because that's not heavy and that's like I feel like good for your immune system and your throat.
Totally.
Like
While you're on the
and
road,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Pho is literally like there's been times I feel like I'm getting sick on the road and I can go get a good pho and it's over. Like the next day I feel
Mhm.
great. It knocks it right out of your system.
Nice. Well, that's good to know. But we got a pho place right down the road. If I'm ever feeling under the weather,
Oh,
Do
do
it.
it.
I'm gonna get it.
Some
Yeah.
chicken. That's the way to go. Make you feel
Yeah.
great.
Chicken is like my preferred like meat. If I'm getting something like if I have to cook something, I'm gonna cook it with chicken if I can.
He always wanted chicken. I'm not really a pork guy, beef and chicken, but I think I
Beef
go
and chicken,
like
yeah.
chicken gives me a way like cleaner feeling and like not as like under after. So
Same. Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
Gibby.
Now's your chance. We're bringing you home.
okay. Oh, I thought you already did. Okay.
No, oh no, we kind of
He's-
did. That was
he's
a little
really
bit of a
bringing you
taste.
home.
I'm really bringing you home now. So I have an article pulled up.
Oh shit.
It is
Concerning.
how many items are there?
That's always concerning.
11
Oh.
classic foods of Buffalo.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick 5 off this list. And I want you to power rank them for me. You can't change your rankings once you do it though.
Okay.
So 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
Okay.
And then we'll start with sponge candy.
I have some in the fridge right now from Buffalo. Go get the sponge candy.
That's so
Pause
funny.
it. Time out. Don't pause it.
Time,
We gotta wait on the question.
I think this is the first time out we've ever taken, but we're ready.
No, I mean, yeah, keep it going, but just
No,
wait.
no. So,
Wait,
Time.
sponge candy.
so can you explain sponge candy to our listeners?
It's like a spongy material. Not material sounds so unedible. Like a spongy, sugary material. I'll show you right now. Look.
Bite it in half so you can
Here's
see the
okay,
middle.
so this is sponge candy. Okay. And now check this out. That's the inside. It's like a wafery, sugary material, and it just melts in your mouth. It's the best thing ever.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean,
Nothing else is like that.
it sounds delicious.
that looks
I'd bet.
delicious.
You're
The
nuts.
photo
It's-
they have on here looks so delicious too.
It's so good, dude. Okay, continue though.
All right, so where you put in that? You got to rank that one through 5.
Oh, so I don't know what else is coming. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
3.
3?
Oh yeah, that looks good.
It's in
It
the
does
middle.
look good.
It's not like okay.
That is
I
great.
pulled up that list, so
Pat, you want to pick one off the list?
hold up. You do one more. My chair just,
Oh.
did its thing.
Did the thing. Okay.
Did its thing. Launched
one-
me.
This one sounded interesting. It just spaghetti parm.
Oh, 5.
5.
No, I don't want that shit. You can get that anymore.
Spaghetti bar.
So is it basically just spaghetti
How's that
with mozzarella on top on it?
I've never heard that. I mean, spaghetti parma would be a piece of chicken with the cheese on it and then on top of the pasta. I don't really see that as a buffalo thing.
So the description of this is another only in Buffalo dish. A bowl
What?
of spaghetti covered in mozzarella cheese and accompanied by a side of marinara sauce served at longtime Italian restaurants.
We never
That's so
don't.
weird because we have that here.
Yeah, I feel like
Well,
everywhere.
there's chicken parm, and then it's just basically the same thing,
right.
but with spaghetti instead of
So it's spaghetti
that's
with
spaghetti.
or just spaghetti
it's
with
spaghetti noodles instead of chicken.
That's more me friendly. Okay.
okay.
I'll have
She's
that
like,
there.
I want that.
That's a 4 for me at least.
Yeah. You're showing them it's melting.
He is. Yeah.
That looks so good.
All right. I picked one. I've got
So
one.
you have 3 and 5 taken.
Three and five. All right. Because I'm assuming we're kind of dodging the obvious choices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Pastry hearts.
I like pastry hearts too. What do we get? What we do for?
You like them, but they're worse. Your worst slot.
Cause I didn't even know pastry hearts are a Buffalo thing. I mean, I guess it's a Western New York thing. It's just everywhere else kind of too, but they're a bomb.
I don't know what it is. So
You don't know what a
must
pastry heart is? Just the heart that's a pastry with the white frosting on top? Like a heart pastry? No, it's pastry.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely not something
Oh,
I've never
ever
seen
come
that.
across.
Yeah.
No.
I love pastry hearts. They're so
It's
good.
it says this sweet delicacy,
Yeah,
flaky,
four.
buttery, airy French pastry dough shaped into a large heart.
Yeah,
Can't
so
be found outside the Buffalo area.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've never even heard of it.
it's so good. Oh,
Very fun.
man, you make me just want to eat.
Yeah,
That-
that's what
the
happens.
goal. That's usually
what
the goal
happens
with this.
That's a
Mhm.
pastry heart.
Cute.
They're so good.
All right. So you have that one at 4.
So we got 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 is
What
still
if
left.
these are two like really disgusting things? You only have 1 and 2 open.
Well,
Okay.
Well,
he's gonna
if it
stand
makes
by
you
it.
feel if it makes you feel any better, I'm looking at this list and there's not a damn thing on here that looks disgusting. So
Perfect. Okay.
You might call
We have
like
this.
some people. There's sometimes where I'm like, this looks good, and people are like, no, that shit's gross. 5, get this shit out of here.
That is the parm thing or whatever. I didn't even think was a Buffalo thing, so I had to put that at the end. Pastry
Sure.
heart, I kind of thought was an everywhere thing, I guess, but they're really good. So I figured 4. Sponge candy, I know is a Western New York thing, so
Mm.
I don't know.
All right, we got
I know what I'd pick for the next one. So
beef on weck.
yeah,
2.
2.
2.
Saving your number 1 spot. The next one better be.
It will.
So
It better be.
from my looking at this, I'm gonna explain this poorly, and you could correct me. But this looks like it may be just that it's a small picture, but it looks like a slider-sized sandwich with beef. I don't know what's under it.
It should just so the weck is the roll, and like the beef on weck is it's because of the specific roll that's on with the big pieces of salt all over it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like the seeds too, you'll see on there. They're delicious. I had one from Anderson's when we were staying at my grandpa's.
I
That's the
can say I feel like I've heard
and
you say it, but
they'll
I couldn't
do-
say what it looks like.
like you can just do the beef, and a lot of times I'll do beef with like horseradish on it. It's so delicious.
All right.
Saving your number 1 spot.
Yeah.
All right. So here's how I'm going to do this number 1 spot, Gibby. I'm going
All
to
right,
give
go
him a
for it.
choice.
Go for it.
I'm going to give him a choice. Because there are other things that I could be like, well, this is what I'm going to do. And it clearly, I don't think would probably be number 1. So I think the fighting number 1 will be, and you can pick one of them and this will be your number 1. It can either be the Buffalo style pizza or the wings.
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
The Buffalo pizza is better than the Buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because wings are good. I mean, wings are good. I mean, I feel like there's other places. There's not many other places you can get good wings, but you can go to like even like a Wild Wings. I feel like are good wings.
I feel like you can get good pizza all over the place.
No,
too,
you're
though.
wrong. Highly
Sounds like me.
very it's not like her. She just thinks pizza's pizza. She's like, pizza's just pizza to me. Like she eats buffalo pizza. She's like, yeah, it's just good pizza. She doesn't understand. No, it's not. It's lifetime. It's so different. No.
So
Buffalo pizza.
So somebody said this on the show. I don't remember who it was. Gibby, you might remember. However, I took this so to heart that like this is just how I feel about life now with this is that pizza's like sex, right? It's awesome. You got to have it. Regardless, it's not bad. It's awesome regardless.
I don't know, man. There's probably some.
I like pizza.
Yeah, I think.
Everywhere.
I guess yeah. I feel like pizza is
Except
more
for
consistent than
Pennsylvania.
sex. But
We had the worst pizza we've ever had in Pennsylvania.
we did too. Yeah, that is true. Pizza's not just awesome. No, some places it's terrible.
Chuck E. Cheese used to be really bad, but they're good now.
Stop.
I don't-
Still not good. Just because they call them to say they have a restaurant sign that no, it's not. Yuck. No.
They changed their recipe.
No. Buffalo pizza is just worlds ahead of everywhere else's pizza.
Everywhere.
Sucks.
Oh.
You say that, and you took me an hour and a half to go have buffalo pizza, and it tasted like the one right around the corner.
No, it did not.
Oh.
It's completely different. You just have broken taste.
I
buds.
love this.
This is what I want. This is what I love.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
Well,
See, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had like pizza from Buffalo yet. So I mean, I've had
I've had
had,
buffalo
like-
wings in Buffalo, but I've
Yeah,
never had pizza in Buffalo.
I've had a slice in in New York City.
No, it's completely
Oh, that's
different.
good, too.
Yeah.
I know they're
No.
different.
It was
Big
good.
old black floppy piece of pizza.
That's what
Pizza
I'm
is
saying.
not supposed to flop.
That's why you fold it.
No, that's not supposed to flop.
Fold it.
You shouldn't have to fold it.
Oh, delicious. Fold it.
Give me a good white
Whew.
piece of
All
buffalo.
right, Stink, you gotta come over here now.
Now
Well,
I'm
I will have
for
to try it.
eating sponge candy while having
Where
spaghetti.
is the premiere in your opinion then Buffalo style pizza place?
I mean, there's a ton of good pizza places. I like Bob and John's La Hacienda. It's on
Okay.
Hurdle Ave in North Buffalo. I'm a Bob and John's guy.
Okay.
Lenova's is good. And we also, here we have an hour and a half from me in Florida. Well, about an hour from me. Maybe a little over now, hour and 15. Is
Casa de Pizza.
Casa de Pizza. There's a place in Buffalo that's really good too, but a couple of the people moved down here and they ship all the ingredients down from their Buffalo location. So I can drive an hour and have Buffalo pizza now. I get all my
Ooh.
Buffalo stuff, my cheeseburger subs, my wings. So I can get it if I want to be in the car for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But we do it here and there. I get that itch. I'm like, let's go. But I would say Bob and John's is probably my go-to.
All right. I mean next time I'm that way, I'll have to stop.
Do it.
I will. All right.
And Lady Taco.
And Mighty Taco. Not
And go to
Taco
the
Bell.
Broadway Market and get some pierogies.
It'll just be a food trip. Food
Yeah.
trip.
And stuff some sponge candy in your pockets to leave.
Perfect. All right, this is our last food for thought question. If Bunny the Bear was a potato, what kind of potato would you be?
Oh, I already know what kind of potato I would be because I've seen myself as a potato.
Okay.
What?
Remember when I got a potato in the mail with my face on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been shipped a potato.
If we were a potato though.
Isn't there just normal potato and sweet potato?
I mean,
Well, there's things made out of potatoes.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
you have the sky's the limit on
Pierogi.
whatever your creative mind comes up with.
we'd be a potato pierogi.
Mm,
With onions
nice.
in it.
I think that's the first pierogi we've ever had.
Yeah.
I still stand by mine. I'd be a couch potato.
Okay.
Okay. See, I wasn't thinking outside the box enough, I
You
guess.
see, the first time I like wrote that in as a question, it's become like a question ever since.
Yeah.
But he was like a couch potato. I was like, huh, I didn't think of it that way.
No, you know anything about food stuff. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
That's just my creative mind. It goes all over.
So real quick,
Straight to the
before
couch.
Before we end the food for thought segment, I found another hot take that I don't know anything about from Buffalo.
Okay.
Wegmans subs actually slap so hard and taste better than most pizzeria subs.
Wegman subs are amazing. We just went.
Okay.
We were just in a
love
Wegmans a couple weeks
Wegmans.
ago, and I was like, "Oh, I wish I was hungry right now. I want a sub." They're so good. Like down here, we have like Public subs, pub subs, and they crush them. They ain't nothing. And you don't need to go to no Subway or no crap like that or a pizza place. If you want like a fresh lunch meat sub, you want a Wegman sub.
All right. How about
All right.
this? Paula's donuts are terrible.
All
Way
the
too
dogs
big.
kill you.
Oh. They
Oh,
said
right.
way too big. The point of being gross and not even frosting. So they don't make a good treat.
Dude, Paul's donuts are just they're just too big. They're too sugary. They're too
Oh, so
like I said,
that's
it's like
another agree. Cool.
like they're
Cool.
like yeah, I think it's hyped. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a little overhyped. It's just like here's a bunch of sugar, like more sugar than you should eat in a month, and just eat it.
Is
Just
that like
eat it.
donuts here?
They're big. No, they're bigger. They're
Okay.
crazier.
I don't
My
know.
dad's had Paula's before we went over there. I don't think we had one though, because I probably wanted to live to see the next day.
All right. Gibby, you got any more? Or is that
I
it?
could keep scrolling.
Okay,
I see
all right,
chef
all right.
sauce is the same as plain ragu.
What is it?
Chef sauce?
Oh, I don't really know shit about chef sauce.
See-
Yeah, it says it's the same as plain ragu.
This is like I don't know. I'm not really a sauce connoisseur, so I can't give a good opinion on that like I can the rest of my buffalo food.
All
Well,
right.
there's a whole thread on this on Reddit that I was just
Send
reading
it to me.
through.
I want to go down it.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure.
got you.
Argue with
All right.
people.
All right. That's it for the food for thought segment. Now it's time. It's time for rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just gonna speak from the heart. You're gonna shoot from the hip. Whatever the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's not one of the two options presented before you, go for it. And both of you, please answer. All right. Monster Energy or Rockstar?
Rockstar.
What did you say?
No energy drink for me.
No energy drinks. All
No
right.
way.
All right. Pop punk or emo?
Emo.
Nice. Taylor Swift or John Mayer?
John Mayer.
Ooh,
I
all
didn't
right.
really care what the other option was. I just knew it was gonna be that one.
Skinny jeans or baggy pants?
Skinny jeans.
Disney Plus or Netflix?
Netflix.
Netflix, I suppose.
You sure about that?
I don't know. I have so many shows going right now on Netflix, but Disney, I couldn't do without the Disney though.
Oh boy. Fair enough. All right. So there's no buffalo with this one. Sorry. Is it stuffed crust or deep dish pizza?
Stuffed crust.
Neither.
Neither.
Is the deep dish like that pan thing that you got?
Kind of. It's thicker. Yeah.
No.
Deeper.
No.
No. Are you a thin crust person?
Yeah, like that New York City thing he was just talking smack about.
Flop.
That's fine with me.
All right. Vans or Chuck Taylors?
Vans.
All right. This is the last one. The All-American Rejects or the Offspring?
Ew. All American Rejects.
Is it you to both? Or
All American Rejects. No, as soon as Offspring was coming out, I knew my brain said that was coming. No, I'm not an Offspring guy, but All American Rejects, the album that Swing 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 was on, that shit was a banger back in the day.
dude, so good.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
I'm going back to Buffalo while I argue with these people on Reddit.
Yes, fuck my wife, fuck you on Reddit.
To be fair, you know, like before we even hop into this segment, I pop a little intro part that comes in that says friendships will be tested, and it's always true. So that all right.
Offspring is like, to me, like can go on a list with like Sublime and shit, where I'm just like, no thanks.
I can say that
You know,
I
I could relate to that one.
when I was
That's fair.
younger.
Little
And
girl dances to Offspring.
you know how like you would put on a show for your parents in your living
You
room?
did to
I
Offspring.
did that to Offspring, and I never did it to All American Rejects, so I gotta pick that one.
You gotta learn more before you get married.
Lesson learned. I'm about to
Lesson
go
like
ask
that.
my partner these questions now.
Now you can put ruining marriages since 2025.
We'll make a shirt. We'll make a shirt with that.
Just be us with a big split in it. Be like, we did this. Your
I-
logo.
I think it was Pat that told me this, but I can't unhear it now. That the singer of The Offspring just sounds like Weird Al,
Oh my gosh.
and I can't unhear it.
But
I think it
Yeah.
was Pat that told me that, and just since then,
It's for me though, it's only with like the most recent stuff. Like they just put out a new album and I listened to it. I was like, this sounds like Weird Al. Now, I love Weird Al, so it's not a knock. It was just
That was
like
great for that niche he's in.
I was like, huh, all right.
I don't
Interesting.
even want to put it on to even test that theory. I'm like, see if it's accurate.
You'll just have
just
to
think of
trust
the
me.
song in your head, and you're just
No.
gonna hear. You'll hear it.
You'll have
No.
nightmares. All right.
Oh, man.
Well, that's it. You did it. You finished the podcast. Now all that's left, let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next.
There's the Bunny the Bear everywhere, all social media, man. It's either Bunny the Bear, Bunny the Bear Official. We just dropped a new single, 666, like you mentioned before. We have a bunch of new stuff coming. We have another EP coming out next month. And then we have another one coming out 5 weeks after that. We have like 5 EPs lined up. So it's all going to be coming. We'll have lots of tour dates coming this year. It's going to be a busy, fun, exhilarating year for the Bunny the Bear.
2025 is gonna be your year.
It's the year of the Bun Bun.
The year of the Bun Bear.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. This was
No, it was
awesome.
great. We enjoyed it. I'm happy you invited us, and I appreciate it. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see how like the end of the year and then talk about the whole year.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's gonna be a great time. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. It's been another episode of the Unsigned Pop Punk Podcast. We'll see y'all on Monday. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you to those who already are. Please rate and review the show to help the show be found by new people. And if you're in the position to help us grow, head on over to our website where you can find merch, our Patreon, and other ways that you can help at www.unsignedpoppunk.com. Let us know in the comments who else you'd like to see on the show and what other content you would like to see. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.